Well, hello, serious number players. This is Gary, the number runner here. Welcome back to my channel, those of you that have been tuning in all along. And as always, I welcome new viewers. As always, before I jump into the prediction for September, let's take a look at the predictions and what actually happened in August, and we can see if the algorithm did a good job or it just cost us a lot of money. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, let's get started with August predictions and winning numbers. The first hit was 182. The prediction is 218. That came out on the 2nd. The second hit came out, the number was 486. The actual prediction was 468. That came out on August the 5th. The third number came out was 401. The prediction on the list is 014. And the fourth hit came out August the 30th, and that was 517. That was a straight hit. This list is going to be posted before the evening drawing, so if a hit actually come out, then make the note on the play card. Now, if you notice something about the hits, all of the hits came from the leading column. Take a look at that leading column. All the hits came from the leading column. The leading column, as we know, is a high hitting column as designated by the green circle. That column hit 44 times in the month of August. We also see that the end column was a high hitting column, but no hits came from there. So it's not unusual that 517 that just came out on the 30th was a straight hit, or in general a hit. It came out because it's also an X number as well. So beneath that 218, that's a number in sequence, and we know numbers in sequence come out. The number under that, 014, that's an intercept number, and that's also a number in sequence, the 0 and the 1. And you can see that that third row is one of the high hitting rows, and we know if a high hitting row intersects a high hitting column, such as it did with the lead column, it's a intercept. And also that third column did not hit for 2 months. Getting down to the fourth column, the fourth row has a frequency of 53. It hit 53 times in the month of August, 96 to 2022. And that number is also an intercept number, and it's 468. And that's also an X pattern number. So all of the hits came out on that in the leading column. So in terms of when they came out, if you look down at the calendar, you see that that first hit that came out on the 2nd, that's a Wednesday. You see the word off to the left of Wednesday. That means that Wednesday, that the program has not produced a hit, did not produce a hit on Wednesday in 2 months. You see Thursday is off. Also Friday is off. That's not off, it's on. Saturday is off, and it's a 3. Off 3. That means that for 3 months straight that the program has not hit on a Saturday. So I'm not surprised that it hit on the 5th. Also, when you move down to the second column, the second interval, 36 frequency to the far right, no hit. You move down to the third interval, that's the 15th from the 20th. That's a high hitting interval. Hit 38 times in the month of August. Also, it has not produced a hit in 3 months. Did not hit this month either. However, when you get down to the fourth interval, that's a high hitting interval. It hit 40 times. A hit was expected to come in that interval. And also you see on the 26th, it hit on the 26th, and it's a hot date. most of the times the program will hit on a hot date, not all the times, but it's just something to take into account. And then, of course, right back to the 30th, that Wednesday, double back. So there was 2 hits on the Wednesday. So there you have it, guys. So we're not surprised. We know that duplicates hit. We know numbers and sequence hit. We know that patterns that have not hit yet hit. And you see, if you go back up and look at that 0, 1, 4 and the lead column, you see that red dot. That means that that pattern has not produced a hit so far this year. In 12 months, all the patterns produce a hit. So the remaining patterns that have not produced a hit yet, to keep your eye on until the end of December, look over there at the sum column, that sum column number, pattern number 2, 3, and 4. Those are the ones that have produced the number 263, 065, 813. They're going to produce a hit between now and December. They could all hit in 1 month. Who knows? But anyway, stay tuned. Let's get into the predictions for September and see what we're going to get. We already know that we're going to play the X pattern. You're going to play that as a matter of fact. We already know that if there's a number in sequence on the September list, it's likely that that's going to come out. We already know if a pattern, those 3 patterns that have not hit yet, one of them is a possibility that that can come out. We know that a high hitting column, high hitting row, a hit will come from that. And you can see the columns that have not hit. The mid column hasn't hit. The sum column hasn't hit. And that sum column was off the previous month. So I'm looking for a hit when we show you the September list, a hit to come from the mid column and the sum column. One of the two, if not both of them, I really do believe is going to produce a hit. Okay, let's stay tuned. We'll put up the list. Okay, guys, here is September's prediction. The highest hitting columns are the sum and the end column, in addition with the mid column. The mid column is included because there's only one hit that separates the mid column from the end column. So a hit will probably come from at least one of those columns, if not all 3. You note that the mid, end, and summary column, they were off in August. The sum column, this is going on the 3rd month that has not hit. So if, hopefully we'll get a hit in that column. You notice to your far left, we have the frequencies, the high frequencies for the rows, 46 and 45. All 4 of the rows hit last month. Most likely a hit will come from the 1st or the 3rd row, but as you know, a hit can come from any of those rows. These are just indicators that help me determine where I'm going to play. Notice that there are quite a few numbers in sequence. You have in the leading column, you have the last 2 patterns are in sequence. In the mid column, you have the first pattern, and the last 2 columns are in sequence. Not columns, but numbers, patterns. And you have the end column, you have the first 2 patterns in sequence. And the summary column, you have the first 2 patterns that are in sequence as well. Of interest, remember where the X intercept the numbers are the hot numbers. Most likely a hit or 2 will come from the hot numbers. Also, note the red dot, which means that that pattern has not produced a hit so far this year. And all in 12 months, usually the patterns hit 2 or 3 times over again. So moving down to the calendar, you see Thursday did not hit last month in August. Friday did not hit last month in August. Sunday did not hit, as well as Monday. This will be the 3rd month if Monday doesn't hit, that it hasn't hit on a Monday. And of course that Tuesday it has not hit. I'm looking for a hit, more than one hit, to come from those days that it did not produce a hit. Mainly, I'm going to be watching that Monday, most definitely, and I'm going to be watching that Thursday, since they have not hit in a couple of months. If you direct your attention to the far right where the intervals are, you have frequency 33, 37, 42, and 42. Normally I pick the highest two hitting intervals, but since the frequency are the same with the third and fourth interval, that's why you have 3, because actually 42 is one frequency and 37 makes the second frequency. Note where it's off at by that fourth interval. That hasn't hit. This makes the 4th month that hasn't hit. If it doesn't hit this month, it's 5. So I'll be definitely keen in to that interval. Note the hot dates, which are the 1st, and then you have the 8th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. That's where the check marks are. And then you have the 18th, 19th, and 20th. And then you have the 29th. The hot dates are where it means that the program hit the most on those particular dates. So there you have it, guys. Let's look at the double list and see what went on with that in August, and I'll post the predictions for that. And basically it's going to be the same strategy, so I won't go over the strategy, but I will post the list. Stay tuned. Okay, here is August list. There were 2 hits in August. The second pattern in the leading column, that was that 006, and also the 4th pattern in the middle column, which was 077. The hits came on the 29th and the 31st. Now, if there's a hit midday, make note of it, because this list will be posted before the midday drawing on August the 31st. You can see that you can't really associate any of the hits with anything. I don't have a lot of data on the doubles. I spent most of my time perfecting the 3-digit single, but I will be looking and doing some deeper research with the doubles when I bring up the 4-digit program. But one of the things that's consistent is that hits will follow the X pattern. Not every month, but most months. Also, with the double list, usually 2 months out of 12 months, it will not produce a hit. So here are the both lists side by side. The September's prediction, and this is, of course, August predictions and hits. So anyway, guys, I don't know what you guys are going to be doing for September, but I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing the Merlin Lottery because I'm Gary the Number Runner. God bless.